Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Lord of Nothing with me, Bragaton. Let's begin our attack on Carrock. Ready to fight Carrock? We're waiting for you. We're ready to fight Carrock. Hovel looks at his people, then raises a clenched fist. Carrock, we're coming for you. Onwards, Crusaders. Let's claim our freedom. And possibly your deaths. We're in the very heart of this blighted forest. Stay vigilant. Carrock is nearby. Oh, they're gonna follow me. Well, let's reapply our buffs.
Save everyone. No doubt about it.
The mission must be carried out.
Let us bide our time.
Let me take some notes.
Okay, let's set out.
What would you do without me?
They look like the scouts from the village. They fought bravely, but had no chance against the monsters.
Let's move.
Let me handle them.
Attack! Aim carefully.
Oh, got you! Attack!
Oh, look. Walking route.
Oh, there's the treant himself.
Aim carefully. Forwards!
A negligible obstacle.
No holding back.
So far, so good. And even our allies haven't really taken a lot of damage. Just the one.
Let's enjoy some senseless violence.
A solid plan.
Right here, where you left me.
You're going down!
I am about to rearrange
Attack.
your face.
Oh, okay, that's pretty easy. It was a little cheap that he killed all the villagers in a cutscene. We got Carrock's Might and Carrock's Thorn. Carrock's Thorn is a dagger. Destructive, Carrock's Thorn, enhancement +2, and finesse wielding. This thorn can be wielded as a +2 destructive dagger. Whenever the wielder rolls a natural 20 on an attack roll made with this dagger, if the wielder is a rogue or a slayer of 7th level or higher, or an assassin of any level, they inflict a negative level on the target. In Carrock's Might, 6 times per day, the wearer of this ring of protection +2 use it to cast the Call Lightning spell as a 15th level druid. Works for me. Okay, before we go over there, let's take a look around. We'll level up as well in case we do have to fight the dragon, though it seems unlikely at this point. Force Tracker's Boots, the potions, and a Greater Restoration Scroll. Some other decent loot.
Something's wrong.
A lesser maximized meta magic rod. So the Force Tracker's Boots. These boots grant the wearer a +10 competence bonus on lower nature skill checks. In addition, the wearer's animal companion gets a +20 bonus to maximum hit points. Who's in charge of my lower nature checks? I believe it's her. They don't really match her aesthetic, but that's alright. Okay, let's level up. Level 10 Dragonair Scion gets a bonus combat feat. We'll put points into Athletics, Persuasion, and use Magic Device. We'll grab Weapon Specialization. You are skilled at dealing damage with one weapon. Choose one type of weapon, including Unarmed Strike, for which you have already selected the Weapon Focus feat. You deal extra damage when using this weapon. Pretty straightforward. You gain a +2 bonus on all damage rolls you make using the selected weapon. You can gain this feat multiple times. Its effects do not stack. Each time you take the feat, it applies to a new type of weapon. We'll take Battle Axe, of course. Valmont gets a bonus combat feat and Burst Barrier, the next upgrade for it. Athletics and Mobility. Let's grab a Greater Shield Focus. You're skilled at deflecting blows with your shield. Increase the armor class bonus granted by any shield you're using by 1. This bonus stacks with the bonus granted by Shield Focus.
Please focus.
Rekarth gets a Rogue Talent and Advanced Talents. Mobility, Trickery, Stealth, Knowledge World, Perception. Let's do a Skill Focus Perception. Get a +3 bonus on all checks involving Perception. If you have 10 or more ranks of Perception, this bonus increases to +6. Then Penta gets a Bard Talent. And Jack of all trades, the Bard gains a +1 bonus on all skill checks. And Burning Entanglement. Mobility, Stealth, Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Lore of Nature, Lore Religion. And Canny Observer, I think. Or actually, let's do Deadly Aim. It does decent damage to their crossbow already, so we'll just lean into that a little more. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on all ranged attack rolls to gain a +2 bonus on all ranged damage rolls. When your base attack bonus reaches +4, and every 4 thereafter, the penalty increases by -1 and the bonus of damage increases by +2. You must choose to use this feat before making an attack roll, and its effects last until your next turn. The bonus damage does not apply to touch attacks or effects that do not deal hit point damage. We'll grab Blur. I see Invisibility Communal. I can start being a standard buff for my party. And Freedom of Movement. Also a good one. My Cleric gets Low Religion and Use Magic Device. And Sendri gets a Secret bonus feat. Knowledge Arcana and Use Magic Device. Sure. Let's do Elemental Focus Cold. Add +1 to the difficulty class for all saving throws against spells that deal cold damage. Now, this would be good, but it does cost Diamond Dust, and it doesn't seem that readily available. I know we can buy it back at the Tavern. Let's do Cone of Cold, since I just got Elemental Focus. Gonna make sure her spells are slotted. Grab Raised Dead just to have it on hand. Dragon takes his human form with great difficulty. He does it for the last time. His wounds are too grave. Survivors gather around him, trying to touch the dying creature so that he doesn't feel alone in his final moments. Your wing. It's been healed all this time. The chief is flabbergasted. All these years, you're by our side of your own accord. Foolish noble lizard. Live your new life with honor, filthy human. My friend. You could have saved yourself. Could have, a long time ago. But I didn't. Believe me, I'm just as surprised. Just as the taint of the abyss has changed Carrock, so has the time in the village changed me. The icicle in me is a trifle compared to a different kind of poison that penetrated my heart. Love. I came to love these people. They are my greatest treasure. The dragons protect their treasure to the end. Ask you for a coup de grace, little coin. I'm ready to go now. A wisp of smoke rises from the dragon's dead body, and the ice shard emerges from its scales. A dreadful thing, so who will take it? Let me take this abomination. You two are already burdened enough. So are you, buddy. The shard's gleam calls to you. You feel the immense power within it. It is yours by right, so take it. Take it, before anyone else can. Don Bunyan, a reminder that you're already carrying 2 shards. A third could turn out to be too dangerous, even for you. Sendri, take the shard. Sendri reaches cautiously for the shard, yelping as it burrows into his palm. Ouch, 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 ouch. Horrible. I'll never get used to it. And for him, we will grab Remorseless Cold, so he can ignore the cold resistance and cold immunity of enemies. Oh, he has cold supremacy already. You've grasped every conceivable property of ice and snow. Get a profane bonus on touch attack rolls equal to your number of shards when casting spells with cold descriptor. You also add the following spells to your list of spells known: Snowball, Frigid Touch, Vengeful Comets, Ice Storm, Icy Prison, and Cold Ice Strike. To return to the village, there's still much to do. I'm going to lockpick that door anyway, we got the key. And a quarterstaff +2.
The road awaits. Let's head out.
Hear ye, hear ye. Carrock is dead. We are free. Where are the Crusaders who came to our aid? There they are. We've made it? What are the chances? Thank you. We'll never forget your heroism. It'd be wonderful to stay here and celebrate our victory, but alas, there is no time. We must press on. We must go as well. Farewell. May the gods guide you. Can they not come through the portal too? Because it's my understanding this forest is in the middle of the world wound.
Let us be careful.
And so if they try to leave, they'll probably be beset by demons. The pity that one shard bearer can only sense the other's presence very vaguely. It might take us weeks to find him in these woods. It's already done. I, for one, am glad of it. Have you asked yourself, what would happen if the other shard bearer set out to find us? Where'd I leave that at? I'll take it. Another shard for our trouble. Rekarth frowns. It feels like the curse of the abyss is closing in around us. Don't fret about that, friend. They can't hurt us now. We've become far too powerful. What's power to a fool? Rekarth spits and turns away. What do you think will happen to the villagers? I really hope everything works out for them. It will not. Surrounded by monsters and without the dragon's protection, there's an 80% chance they'll die within the first 3 months. There's a 97% chance they'll die within half 6 months. I invite you to draw your own conclusions as to the ethics of our actions. Well, take a look at us. Crusaders dooming the whole village. We'll have time to repent later. And we have to finish what we started. Otherwise, everyone who died because of us of these darn shards who have died in vain. I did not expect a dragon to be the shard bearer. This dragon was indeed an extraordinary individual. The nature of red dragons inclines them toward evil, and very few manage to resist it. A red dragon sacrificing themselves for the sake of humans must be one of the rarest cases in dragonology, perhaps even unique. Yeah, and the shard should also be inclining its bearer toward evil, shouldn't it? Wonder how the dragon managed to swim against two currents at once. I might have an idea. Sendri puts his palm against his eye. The shard is a very unnatural thing. It makes one go all topsy-turvy. Maybe it was pulling the dragon toward evil, but not the kind his dragon nature would embrace. Fire and ice, you know? Fair enough. We know how the shards affect humans, but dragons are not humans. They're strange, magical creatures. It could be that even Sethud himself didn't know what would happen if a shard ended up with one. That may be true. Two evil forces were fighting inside it, each the opposite of the other. While they were fighting, the dragon could look around with its own eyes and make a choice. And against all odds, he chose love. I still understand what the Fae were doing in this forest. Well, that's the Fae. No one understands them, really. Sendri smiles and shrugs. No one ever expects them, and lo and behold. Some things we can understand. Long before the World Wound, Sarkoris was known to be a place where the veil between the worlds was especially thin. This is true not only for the Abyss, but also for the First World. These Fae were fortunate enough to be here when Carrock sealed this forest off. Or did I say fortunate? Unfortunate. Time to go.
Tread lightly.
Shadow World. Sounds like a pleasant place. I see you've brought another shard. Wonderful. Our mission is almost complete. Only one remains. Hello. Have we read this one? Sendri is rubbing a fragrant herbal balm on his frostbitten hands. My fingers are so numb from this bitter cold, they feel like they're about to fall off. How am I supposed to cast spells without my fingers, eh? There's our old companion, Bamir. Wouldn't call him a friend. Might be worth grabbing one of these. A bald albino meets you with a gloomy nod. What's the news in the city? Dreadful. It's been a long while since there was any news of the commander. Now the queen's gone too. She gathered an army, marched for Eyes, and hasn't been heard from since. The demons have laid siege to Dresden. They'll probably be back this way again. Is the crusade still going? Is everything lost? No one really knows. Hello, Bamir. Oh, look who's here. The burly man smiles at you warmly. Looking at this friendly giant of a man, who would guess that he was once known as Bamir the Squeezer, a notorious bandit. Remind me, who are you? Come on, stop teasing. It's me, your old pal Bamir. Remember how we crept across the whole city during the invasion? That was scary. You saved my life a couple of times. We'll never forget that. Never. But what are you doing here? You'll never believe it. I'm here on business. The mayor lowers his voice and leans toward you. I'm done with my old life. I swear it on my mom's grave. At first I was just going to like it, but then the archives burned down, guards and all. Get it? No one even remembers who that squeezer guy was. I'm Amir the farmer now, a well-respected man. Funny how it all turned out. I used to drink away my plunder in this tavern. Now I'm signing a deal with Gemmel to sell him my produce. I need to go. Wait. You saved my life back there. I never had a chance to thank you properly. Here, take this. Made it with my own hands. Proudly, Amir shows you his calloused hands. The right one is still missing some fingers. Here's to your health. Hope you'll think of me sometimes. Alright, when imbibed, this brew grants a +2 bonus on attack rolls made to confirm critical hits, and a +2 alchemical bonus on damage rolls. Permanently? Or is it temporary? Has 5 charges.
I'm gone. Follow my steps. Everyone counts on me.
Okay, so there's a +2 longbow. Oh, Rage Claw. This weapon is a +2 adamantine furious longsword. So there's a few new weapons. Let's go back up to the longbow. So Wicked Longbow. Whenever this +2 composite longbow confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the target must pass a will saving throw DC 20 or suffer a curse. This cursed creature suffers -1 penalty to will, -2 to fortitude, and -3 to reflex saving throws. It can be removed with the remove curse spell. We saw Vanguard. In the short bow of code, we've seen Rabid Underdog. This +2 heavy pick allows its wielder to automatically confirm critical hits against large and bigger creatures. We've seen Quick Death, Ornery, Nibble Edge. Whenever this +1 speed of stock confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the wielder gets +2 morale bonus to dexterity. Each attack they make deals additional 1d4 piercing damage for 2d3 rounds. Momentum. Whenever the wielder of this +2 light hammer confirms a critical hit with it, all the members of their party are affected with the equivalent of the haste spell effect for 1d3 rounds. I think we saw merry-go-round. Whenever this +1 heavy flail misses an attack, the next attack its wielder makes, no matter if it hits or misses, deals additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Honorable Judgment. If the wielder of this +2 axiomatic gnome hooked hammer has any lawful alignment, the first hit during a round they land on a creature with any chaotic alignment deals additional 1d6 holy damage. Whenever the wielder of this +2 cold iron dagger casts a spell with the force descriptor, it deals additionally 2 force damage per dice roll. That's called Edge of Force. I think we're all caught up. Was there not a Oh, Blade of Order. Missed that one. Whenever the wielder of this +2 scimitar lands a hit on a chaotic evil creature, it applies a -1 penalty to that creature's damage rolls until the end of combat. This penalty stacks up to -5. So I'm actually looking for... There's a Battle Axe +3. Is that worth it over... Well, let's look at the armor and stuff before I make any purchases. Lone Wolf Scale Mail. This +3 Scale Mail grants its wearer immunity to flanking and a +3 insight bonus to armor class against flying and incorporeal creatures. Used to Lavic Pride. This +3 full plate armor grants its wearer a +3 enhancement bonus to charisma ability score and a +4 enhancement bonus to CMD. It also grants its wearer a DR5 against the attacks of the undead. A full plate of moderate fortification. This +1 full plate mail grants its wearer the effect of moderate fortification, which is a 50% chance to ignore crits. Chainmail of Camaraderie, one of my favorite armor sets from the main campaign. Whenever the wearer of this +3 Mithril Chainmail flanks any enemy, the wearer gets a +2 bonus to damage against flanked creatures. If you have an outflank feature, the damage bonus increases to +4. I think this armor is fantastic on Cavaliers, especially once the Animal Companion and the Cavalier both have outflank, because they're always paired together, so you're always proccing this +4 to damage. Boogeyman's Robe. This robe grants its wearer a +2 bonus on all concentration checks, a +5 competence bonus to Knowledge Arcana skill checks, and a chance to frighten an enemy on hit, will save DC 13. Painful Remorse. Whenever the wielder of this +2 spiked heavy shield uses it for a shield bash, it behaves like a vicious weapon, dealing an extra 2d6 points of damage to the opponent and 1d6 points of damage to the wielder. Shield of Magical Retribution. Whenever an enemy hits the wielder of this +2 light shield with any touch attack, melee or ranged, the enemy suffers 2d6 force damage. Seeing the rest of these, I do think Flowing Scales would be worth picking up. Well, maybe not. This would be. Let's grab that. Has some cool looking armor. Uh-oh. What doesn't stack? Oh, well, I can put something else on. Except for I don't have anything else to put on.
Let's head out.
Let's go see what Brismay has for sale.
Let us be careful.
Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, she does have new stuff. Amulet of Epic Songs. This is an Amulet of Natural Armor +2. Additionally, if the wearer possesses the Bardic Performance class ability, the amulet grants them 6 additional rounds of Bardic Performance per day. It's pretty insane. Belt of Improved Protection. The spell grants the wearer a +10 competence bonus on mobility skill checks. Clear purpose. These bracers allow their wearer to cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. They also grant a +2 bonus on concentration checks. Cloak of Blood Scent. Whenever the wearer of this Cloak of Resistance +2 is under a rage effect, they gain a +2 attack bonus on attack rolls against wounded enemies. Mask of the Rapid Bites. Whenever the wearer of this mask hits an enemy with a bite attack for the first time in a round, they immediately make another bite attack with a full attack bonus. Hammer Fists. These gloves grant its wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to strength ability score, and a +2 morale bonus to armor class. And that's just fantastic. I would much rather have that than the armor I picked up. Whoopsies. Athlete's Gloves. These gloves grant the wearer +3 competence bonus on all mobility and athletic skill checks. Death from Afar. These gloves grants its wearer a +4 bonus to range attacks. Shiny Helmet. This helmet grants its wearer a +2 insight bonus to armor class. Locket of Magic Missile Mastery. When the wearer of this locket casts Magic Missile or Force Missile spell, it becomes quickened and empowered, as though using the Quicken spell and Empower spell feats. Wardmaster's Amulet. This amulet makes all ward abilities and spells, those which have the word ward in their names, grant +1 additional armor class and become extended as though using the extend spell feat. Bracers of Animal Fury. These bracers grant the wearer a +3 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls whenever the wearer is polymorphed. Bracers of the Wizard. These bracers grant the wearer an armor bonus of +2, just as though they were wearing armor, and a +3 competence bonus on all knowledge arcana checks. Lone Wolf's Cloak. I think we saw this last time, right? Gloves of the Ambassador. These gloves grant the wearer a +5 competence bonus to Knowledge World, a +5 competence bonus to Persuasion skill checks, and a +2 enhancement bonus to Charisma. Goggles of Pure Sight. These goggles allow the wearer to take 20 on their next Dispel Magic attempt once per day. They also grant a +1 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Alright, that's a ton of stuff. Let's keep going. Gloves of Arcane Eradication. These gloves grant the wearer a +4 bonus to range touch attack rolls and a +5 competence bonus on use magic device skill checks. Gloves of Precise Shot. These gloves grant the wearer a +5 bonus to attack rolls made with ranged weapons. Battle Mage's Headband. This Headband of Intelligence +2 also grants its wearer a +2 enhancement bonus to Charisma score. In addition, whenever the wearer of this headband lands a killing blow with a melee weapon, the next spell becomes empowered as though using the Empower spell feat. Boots of the Creeping Death. These boots grant the wearer a +5 competence bonus on all stealth checks, and the ability to cast the Greater Invisibility spell once per day as a 7th level wizard. Blazing Crown. Whenever the wearer of this headband of Charisma +4 deals damage through a spell to one or more enemies, she gets 10 temporary hit points for 3 rounds. This effect can occur once per 5 rounds for each enemy. Amulet of Combat Awareness. The wearer of this amulet receives a +3 competence bonus on initiative rolls and reflex saving throws. A Cloak of Carnage. This cloak grants the wearer a +5 competence bonus on Knowledge Arcana skill checks, and adds +2 to the DC for all saving throws against spells from the Evocation School the wielder casts. We saw that already. Scorching Bracers. These golden bracers grant the wearer an ability to cast Scorching Ray 3 times per day as a 12 level caster. They also increase the save DC against Evocation School spells the wearer casts by 2. Bracers of Heavy Hand. These bracers grant the wearer a +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding a 2-handed melee weapon, for example, a double weapon. Fencer's Gift. These gloves grant the wearer a +3 damage bonus to the second weapon when dual wielding or wielding a 2-handed melee weapon. If the wearer has the weapon training ability and is wielding a weapon it gives a bonus to, that bonus increases by +2. Goggles of Ferocious Pact. Not sure why she sells 3 of them. The wearer gets a -2 penalty to armor class, a -5 penalty to persuasion skill checks, and a -2 penalty to fortitude saving throws. But gets a +4 bonus to damage rolls, a +3 bonus to will saving throws, and a +2 enhancement bonus to wisdom score. Owlbear Fur Helmet. The Swarm Helmet grants its wearer a +4 bonus on saving throws against spells with Cold Descriptor and any effects that would inflict a sickened condition. Twisted Temptation. These gloves increase the save DC of all enchantment school spells the wearer casts by 2. In addition, whenever the wearer affects an enemy with a spell for the first time, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on will saving throws for 3 rounds. Sorry if I'm reading quickly, it's kind of in a rhythm, so I'm just going to keep going. Windfall. The spell grants its wearer a +1 luck bonus on attack rolls and all saving throws. Sure Footing. These boots allow their wearer to add half their rank and perception skill to damage on their first attack with a ranged weapon every round. Burning Amulet. This amulet adds +4 to the wearer's caster level when they cast the following spells: Burning Arc, Burning Hands, Controlled Fireball, Fire Snake, Fireball, Firestorm, Flame Strike, Hellfire Ray, and Scorching Ray. A Cloak of Arcane Reserves. Whenever the wearer of this cloak suffers ability damage, next time they cast a spell, its caster level and the difficulty of saving throws against it are increased by 2. And we made it. Alright. Can almost afford this. Well, that's alright.
Tread lightly.
Well, I didn't find a better hat, but what I can do, since I'm in charge of the persuasion checks, is take the hat from her. Give it to my main character instead. I can sell this and possibly get that lockpicker's kit. Alright, we'll rest up, go back to the Ancient Fane, and get ready to adventure next time. I don't remember seeing all those items in her inventory, so I guess I just overlooked them. Either way, a lot of good options there. A couple better than the armor that I bought, but
Follow my steps.
it's alright. The armor looks cool, so we'll call it even. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time, well, let's fix my party real quick. Alright, next time we'll go to the Shadowland. Strength damage. Can we fix that real quick? I got rid of restoration. Ah, it's okay. We have some scrolls that can take care of it. Alright, well, either way, I'm going to call it here, and next time we enter the Shadow World and find the final shard. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.